I read my stepdaughter's diary without permission. I've been called a lot of things in the past 2 months. Controlling, obsessive, a privacy-violating witch. My personal favorite was when my husband's ex said I was living out some sick savior fantasy. All because I read my stepdaughter's diary. Sally was 11 when I married her dad. Quiet, shy. She'd smile at me sometimes, but never really let me in. I didn't push. I figured if I just kept showing up, kept being kind, eventually she'd see I wasn't trying to replace anyone. I just wanted to be someone she could count on. For 3 years, that's what I was. The stepmom who made pancakes on Sunday, who remembered her best friend's name, who noticed when she was sad even when she said she wasn't. I noticed a lot of things. That's the problem. I noticed when she stopped eating breakfast, when she started wearing long sleeves in summer, when she'd flinch every time her phone buzzed, when she started showering twice a day and scrubbing her skin until it was red. I noticed when she stopped laughing. I told her dad. He said puberty was hard on everyone. I told her mom. She told me to mind my own business. I tried to talk to Sally. She looked right through me like I wasn't even there. Everyone told me I was overthinking it, that I was being paranoid, that teenagers are just moody. So I stopped talking, but I didn't stop noticing. And one afternoon while Sally was at school, I noticed a composition notebook stuffed between her mattress and the bed frame. I knew I shouldn't open it. I knew it was wrong, but something in my gut screamed louder than my conscience. I told myself I'd only read a little. I opened to a random page in the middle. February 14th, Valentine's Day. Jay surprised me today. He got me flowers and a necklace. Real gold. He said I deserved to be treated like a woman, not a little girl. I hid them in my locker because mom would freak if she saw. Jay. Who is Jay? I flipped back a few pages. Jay says I'm special. He says most girls my age are immature and annoying, but I'm different. He's 23 and he chose me. The room started spinning. I kept reading. He was meeting her after school, taking her to his place when his roommate was gone, buying her things, telling her they were soulmates, telling her adults wouldn't understand, telling her it had to stay secret or they'd try to tear them apart. Every page got worse. She wrote about feeling confused, feeling gross, feeling like she couldn't say no because he'd done so much for her. She wrote about the bruises and where to hide them. She wrote about how he got angry when she didn't text back fast enough. She wrote, sometimes I wish I never met him, but he's the only person who loves me, so I can't leave. I read that sentence and something inside me broke. She thought this was love. She thought he was the only one who cared. I closed the notebook. My hands were shaking so bad I could barely hold my phone. I didn't call my husband. I didn't call her mom. I called the police. The police came within the hour. I showed them everything. They asked questions I wished I didn't have to answer. Sally came home to cop cars in the driveway. She took one look at me and knew. You didn't. I opened my mouth but nothing came out. You didn't. She screamed it so loud the neighbors probably heard. Then she ran upstairs and locked herself in her room. She didn't come out for 2 days. They arrested him on a Thursday. His name was Justin, 23. Worked at a juice bar by her school. Drove a black Dodge Charger. Had a smile that probably made a lot of girls feel special. He was charged with 4 counts of inappropriate conduct with a minor. 4. Sally wasn't the only one. She wasn't even the youngest. The detective told me they'd been watching him for months but couldn't get enough evidence. My stepdaughter's diary gave them everything they needed. He's going to prison for a long time. But you'd think I was the one who committed a crime. Sally's mom drove down the day after the arrest. I thought she was coming to, I don't know, say thank you? Apologize for dismissing me? Instead, she stood in my kitchen and said, I hope you're happy. You've traumatized my daughter twice now. Once wasn't enough for you? He was a predator. He was hurting her. And now the whole world knows about it. Do you think that helps her? Do you think she wants everyone knowing she was some creep's victim? She said victim, like it was a dirty word. My husband stood in the doorway, silent. I looked at him, waiting for him to say something. Anything. He looked at the floor. That was 8 months ago. My husband and I are in counseling. Some days I think we'll make it. Most days I'm not sure. Sally's in therapy twice a week. She doesn't talk to me much, but she doesn't run out of the room anymore either. Her mom still hasn't spoken to me. Last I heard, she tells people I blew everything out of proportion and made it worse than it needed to be. Justin took a plea deal. 15 years. He'll be out before Sally turns 30. I try not to think about that. Last week I found an envelope on my pillow. No name on the front. Just a small card inside with Sally's handwriting. 5 words. Thank you for reading it. I sat on my bed and cried for an hour. I'm still the villain in everyone else's story, but I'm not in hers.